street photography with Fujifilm X-T5 and the f4 Pro Zoom 16 to 80 f4 and the little pancake 27mm f2.8. I want to share with you my pictures and my results, a selection after a 2-3 hours work for a street photography. Let's talk about this now. Hi there and welcome to my channel. My name is Tudor Matescu and in this video I want to share with you my pictures, my results, especially JPEGs and some raw files, colored street photography, but also black and white, and which files I've decided to pick and which files I decided to edit in raw and white. So now I am in Adobe Lightroom and I will show you my first selection. So I'm really liking this picture. It's shot in color chrome. I like all the elements. I wanted all these elements. So we have here the sign, we have here the wooden door, we have here two people, the left person is looking at the right person that it's doing something, and I'm missing here a third element. It's working like this, but I would have wanted someone to come out on the door and I didn't have any patience, but this is it. But for a greater picture, a third person who would have formed a triangle here would have been a great picture. So patience if you have. The next picture, I'm liking it a little more. I feel it's working a little better because it's telling a story, it's putting the building in perspective. We have, how I've said, we have here some action and also the elements are working okay. It's a documentary picture. Now let's move on to the next picture, made also with 16 to 80mm f4. In this picture, when you see it in color, it's okay. You must look attentive to all the elements. It's working, but it's working better in black and white. And I'll show you why. So here is the picture in black and white. We are able to see now that we have here some elements that are working better together. So we have this person that it's popping because I've burned here a little the background, but also we have here the bottle, we have here the scooter, we have here the mirror with all these elements, and all is working great. But also it's another element that it's adding to the story of this picture is this third person in the left. So we have here some elements. It's a nice street photography picture. And now we are getting to the next picture, color picture, and I will keep it in color because it's working great in color. It's working also great in black and white, as you are able to see. So I will be able to include it in my portfolio, but as you are able to see, it's working great in color. I've edited a little to make it pop. I've edited the JPEG. So now you are able to see before and after. So it's popping a little more. We have here this person, this all these persons, so it's working okay, but this I feel it's working a little better, especially for mobile phone. So anyway, a nice picture, color pictures with elements. All the elements are telling us stories and are coming very well together. So I'm liking this picture. Next we have a portrait and it's working excellent in color because we have here white, we have here red, we have here a stylish gentleman, and I'm liking it. I would have wanted to take the portrait a little better, but again I didn't have time and I was okay with this result. And I'm really liking the micro contrast and how the colors are popping with this picture. Let me see if I edit it. No, I didn't edit the picture, so I had enough light and I'm okay with it. Now let's go to the next picture. Now I'm really liking this picture a lot, but unfortunately these kind of pictures are working great in social media, online and on Instagram, because on a small screen you aren't able to see what it's all about with a picture like this. But this is a picture that could be a painting because it's made in Henry Cartier-Bresson style. We have this active borders, something is happening in the borders and we don't have empty borders. And again in the borders we have action. We have here a bicycle, a person eating here, we have here this gentleman that is wiping the table, and all elements are coming great together. It is shot at the maximum ISO, I would say, that X-T5 is supporting. I've made this picture a DNG noise reduction picture, and it's working great in Adobe Lightroom. So we have lots of elements. It's a nice street scene. So I'm really liking this scene a lot. All elements, all the people are coming great together. The next portrait, it's a portrait, a candid portrait that I'm liking it. We have here some action, we have here some movement, we have here some dynamic, we have here some dynamics. We also have here the person isolated from the background pretty well. But I've applied a little crop because I'm not too satisfied with the initial composition, even if in the initial composition I have this diagonal. Now let's look at this picture. This is another street scene that I'm liking it a lot, again in Henry Cartier-Bresson style. I'm liking this a lot. It's working great in JPEG because I don't feel the need to edit it too much. I just need to bump up the exposure or apply my preset, a little punch, and it's working great. Of course, to have the final result, I would want to illuminate these people a little better. So why it's working? Again, we are able to see all the borders are filled and we have lots of people all towards me, and all the frame is working, and we have different peoples that are doing different activities. We have here some light, we have here some diagonals, and all it's working great. It's really working, this picture, and I've made it looking at my screen, and I was moving like this, and I was looking how this picture will work, and boom, when I felt that this picture is working, because it was a fraction of a second, when I felt that, okay, I have a picture here, I hit the shutter button. So it was just a fraction of a second. It wasn't a static scene that I was able to work it out. No, just a fraction of a second. And this is why I'm very amazed that I was able to get this street picture. The next picture also, it's a street scene. We are able to see here people at the tables, and I've got lucky because this person was looking at me just at the right moment when I hit the shutter. So I was working, I was tired, I was feeling okay, I'm not too satisfied with the pictures that I've got, but I've got in the end good pictures, and I felt the scene. Again, I'm feeling the scene. So I felt the scene, I felt that I have something here. I've took my X-T5 with my 27mm f2.8. You are able to see that I'm here on the little pancake, and I took the picture, and because the 40mm field of view, I'm really liking it, I'm really thinking it, I was again able to compose this picture in a fraction of a second. And also you are able to see that I have filled borders, but also we have here some diagonals, the look and all the activities here, and we don't have many people that are with the face behind me. So all is working great. This picture I must really edit it to make it stand, but I have here the material. But also I'm liking very much the JPEG, how it comes out. The next picture I'm liking it so and so. I would have wanted here another element or more elements, but it's working. We have here a person that is using the mobile phone with a very short wire. So we have here a brick, and all it's okay, it's a funny picture. Let's move on. Now we have here another street scene that I'm liking it, another angle. I've raised the camera and I was able to compose these pictures. We have here an old gentleman and an old woman that are making clean at the tables, and we are able to also see the street. We also have a diagonal because of my composition, and all is working great because the gentleman is moving outside of the frame, the old lady is moving inside, and also we have here a group of persons that are coming towards me, and also we have here some persons, and again a great street photography. I would say not very great, but it's an okay working picture that, again, on a small screen, if you don't stay to analyze it, you will not be able to see all these elements working together. The next picture that I like is this little girl that is playing with this sign. We have here a napkin that also reassembles a little the lips, and I'm also liking this person that it's moving behind this little girl, but I'm not liking the juxtaposition of the head with the hand. But it's working, it's okay, it's funny, and we can move on. The next picture, it's a candid portrait. I'm really liking it how it got out. I have pushed the file after taking it because it was very dark. I was shooting at high ISO, and again I want a high shutter speed, at least 1/125. So The idea was that this gentleman has the face a little illuminated, and especially the glasses by the phone. If I will edit this picture in Silver, I will get a great picture with great contrast and play between light and shadows, and all is working okay. Now this is my next favorite picture that I'm really proud of it, because again I felt it and I'm a big fan of this kind of pictures, of Bresson like pictures, and this is why I'm really liking the 27mm f2.8 pancake from Fuji, because it has the 40mm field of view that I'm very accustomed, and I'm really loving this field of view, because how you are able to see, I'm able to get these pictures that are telling a story where I have the borders filled. I can also do this with a 50mm, but for my style of shooting I feel that the 40mm field of view, it is the sweetest spot. This is why I'm a big fan of this field of view, because you are able to see all these pictures that are great from my point of view, made with this focal length, and all my favorite pictures for my personal taste are this kind of pictures. So let's look at the original JPEG. As you are able to see at the original JPEG, we have here this gentleman that is looking at me, we have here this person that is cleaning the glass, we have here this picture that it's an advertisement, but also we have here the border field, but we aren't able to see very well the person. I'm liking this shadow here, so my edit could be better. Maybe I would need to juxtapose these two pictures in Photoshop and made a third edit, but this is my edit. I feel that I would love to have this person in a little more shadow area, but what I've done in the edit, I've illuminated the third person. So now we have the borders field and we have different actions. So we have many planes of action in this picture. So we have here this gentleman that is talking with this gentleman, these two women, this gentleman that is in the front, and these two looking at this man who is cleaning the glass, and this person who is looking at me. Also we have here two bottles of water, we have here these stairs, and we have all these segments of composition. So all is working great in these pictures. Lots of things are happening and lots of things are connected. The borders are filled. We have a nice street story. So let's make the final selection. So this is my final preferred selection, and look how well all these pictures are working together to tell a story in a series for an Instagram post or for a photography book. So we have this man, and after this we have this street photography picture that I've converted in black and white right now because we want a series. Now we have again this person, we have this street scene, we have this street scene, we have this street scene, and we have this candid portrait, and we have also this street scene. So all these street scenes and all these portraits are working great. We have a nice dynamic here, a nice story. I can order it a little better, I feel, but you are able to see all these pictures and street scenes are working great. And if I will eliminate the candid portraits, we will remain just with a few street scenes, and let's look at them. Look how great are working together. Look, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pictures in a walk. I feel it's a great result. I can use all those pictures in a street photography book or in a post, and I'm really liking how all they got out. So in conclusion, this is why I'm liking a lot the 27mm f2.8 compared to using a zoom. I'm always thinking for street photography in primes, so it's easier for me to compose, and especially when I have a busy day or busy days. I can use a zoom for street photography, but I really need to be very calm. But if I'm not calm and I just going out, I want to have a simple camera and to make the things as simple as possible. So to make the things as simple as possible, if you are a busy person and photography it's a hobby for you, then my advice is always use primes for street photography, because it will help you not to think. As you were able to see, all my pictures, my great pictures from this series were made in a fraction of a second. I felt the picture, I really felt it in this field of view, in the 40mm field of view. Just take the camera, push the button, and this is it. Of course, the zoom helped me to do some nice pictures, but for me always the prime is winning it. And this is why I hope Fujifilm will release a 27mm f1.8 at least, so I'll be able to use it by night. And I want it small, I don't want to take the big Viltrox 600 grams almost on my Fujifilm X-T5. Please subscribe now to my channel. Also check my affiliate links if you want to buy something from the gear that I'm using, but also check my newsletter for the passionate photographer, where you receive tips, tricks and lots of POVs from me. But also, if you are interested to support my channel, please become a supporter to my channel. Click the join button now. Please check the next video. Click here right now.